don't close your hands. I wanna make this play. I know you're faded, oh, but stay, don't close your hands. I wanna make this play. see it, baby. You don't have to close your eyes. It's been standing right before you. All that you need will surely take me back to the start. I've been looking for something that would give me peace of mind. You make me secure. I pretend that it's
Einen schönen guten Abend hier aus dem Mediamarkt in Heidhausen. Es ist wieder Zeit für Tackling the Taste. Heute Abend wieder ich hier am Tisch in der Küche, weil unser Q sich immer noch auskuriert an dieser Stelle. Lieber Q, werd gesund, werd schnell wieder gesund, damit du dann auch bald wieder hier mit uns durchstarten kannst. Ja, heute haben wir wieder einen besonderen Gast bei uns. Wir haben uns das Schweizer Taschenmesser hier ins Haus geholt, der heute mit uns aufkochen wird. John Cole aus Dallas, aus Texas. Letztes Jahr noch in der GFL 2, ist dieses Jahr zu uns, zu den Munich Ravens gewechselt. Und damit schon fast alles gesagt. Holen wir uns rein. John. How's it going? Good seeing you. Ja, und ihr habt es euch schon fast gedacht, auch John ist noch nicht so hundertprozentig fit im Deutschen, deswegen wechseln wir hier nochmal aufs Englische. Wir arbeiten an den Untertiteln, dass wir beim Live auch mal Untertitel haben werden, aber bis dahin müsst ihr euch leider mit dem Englischen anfreunden, aber der Real Life ist dann auf jeden Fall mit Untertiteln zu haben. So John, welcome to the show. It's good having you here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So John, what are we cooking tonight? What are we cooking tonight?
Tonight we're cooking shrimp scampi with linguine.
Okay.
Hopefully it turns out.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right. So, what's the first thing that we have to do then to get this started?
I would say get out the parsley to
Parsley?
cut up in the
Okay.
shrimp.
So you already prepared some parsley. No, not parsley, but the shrimp is already pre-seasoned. I saw you do that before, and we have the parsley here. And I guess we will need some chopping boards.
Sir.
Wonderful. And then we will you just arrived in Munich, right? Like a couple of weeks back?
Yes.
So how have you settled in so far?
I have been enjoying it, adapting and learning the train system, the U-Bahn.
The U-Bahn?
And adapting to that. And it's been a wonderful experience in Munich. And the people are super nice and the food is good. So
Food is good?
I've been enjoying it. But
Have you already had Weißwurst?
No.
No. But you do eat meat?
Yes.
Like, okay, pork as well?
No pork.
No pork? Then you're going to miss out on that one. But we'll find you some vegetarian Weißwurst with alcohol-free beer. And then you should have a Weißwurst-Frühstück. It's a typical Bavarian breakfast, and I'm pretty sure you would
Looking
enjoy
forward
it.
to it.
Okay, we have parsley here. We have a chop board. What else do we need for the moment?
And maybe pull out the oil so we can get to cooking the shrimp.
Yep, oil. Let me see. I got some olive oil, or which one do you want? Olive?
I'll take olive oil. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so, and what else?
And the pasta, please.
Parsley's here.
Oh, the pasta.
Pasta, sorry, my bad. Yeah, sure. Oh, voila. Pasta, we have that one.
Thank you. And do you just want to pull out all the ingredients now or just do it step by step?
Step by step is fine too. Just can give me some work there as well. I'm here to help, not only to talk, but I'll follow you. I'll follow you.
Okay. So,
So let's talk about the recipe. So we're doing linguine, shrimp, scampi, pasta
yes.
thing. Why?
Well, it comes from my sister. She's like a cook in a way, and she's the cook of the family, and she always bringing up new ideas and trying new things. So this is her homemade recipe, and shout out to my sister, Camille.
Camille, thank you so much. I saw you on the phone earlier, check in, everything is there, and
Yes, most definitely. I had to ask her a few times to feel comfortable and just call her for reinsurance and be more relaxed.
okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's get started then. Do we need some onions or anything? I'm good at chopping onions, but that's
no
pretty much
onions
it. No
right
onions,
now.
garlic?
No, sir. No garlic.
No garlic, so then I won't have anything to do. That's fine. So you chop the parsley then,
Yes, sir.
and I'll keep asking my questions.
Do you want me to start boiling?
Sure, yeah, we can start one. Right, just like hit that button there and fire that thing up.
Oh. Don't.
Alrighty. So, John, tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you end up playing football?
I'm John Cole, from Dallas, Texas, part of the Munich Ravens now. And I grew up since 3 years old playing football, basketball, and just every sport like that you can imagine, or try to play every sport. And from since a little kid, my family has always been into sports and teaching me how to just play sports, and I love it, and it's a great opportunity, and it teaches me a lot in life. Like, once you start something, you can never quit it, and if you want to quit, you have to finish it to the end. So.
Okay. So the normal thing is that you start with one thing and then you become good at it, and you did three things and you're great at everything, or?
Honestly, I think I was just naturally good at some things and then kept practicing and got better at multiple things.
Okay.
Like football and basketball always be like part of me, and I always say like I like basketball more, but I love football. So
Okay.
it's like a and
So where comes this attitude from?
attitude comes from just how I was raised by my family and my friends around me. Just like always competitive nature and always driven to make sure I'm doing the best and staying focused and just always playing with older kids, being younger and always wanting to go with the older kids or my god brother and just like you have to adapt when you're playing like 4 years old trying to play with
Yeah.
10-year-olds.
Big kids. And
Yeah.
how did that work out in the beginning?
At first, I used to get very upset because I'm like, this is not fair because I'm the small one out there.
Tell me
and
about it. It's like,
Then you have to learn how to adapt and use what your abilities are to the best of yours. And then when you start playing with them, you finally figure out like, okay, this is fun. You can start learning some things from them. And then when you eventually keep growing and you catch up to them, and then they're like, slow down, slow down. So it's been good. It's been good.
so you always played like from school onwards. You were playing all like basketball, football, and doing track
Yes.
all the time, every time, all three.
And then in the summer, my friend Ozzy, I used to go to all of his baseball practices. And then one day, his coach was like, you should just try out. And then I played baseball for a summer, but
Yeah.
that one was
Multi-talent.
that one was the hardest.
Baseball was the hardest.
Yes, trying to learn like how to hit, because trying to hit a ball is
Yeah.
that's pretty difficult.
Yeah, yeah. That's why most likely we start playing tennis at that age. Or many of them play tennis at that age. So hitting things apparently works out for some reason there. So who knows? Okay, so tell us a little bit about your career in the US before you like finally decided on continuing with football at one point. Right?
Well, from high school, I played football and basketball and track. And in football, my senior year, we went to the state championship and won. And I won a state title in football. And then right after that, basketball, we went to state championship too and got another state championship in basketball. And then track was a little bit bumpy road because that is a different sport in its own.
Yeah.
And went to track and state, but unfortunately didn't win. And that one made me super upset. I low-key cried after that one.
Okay. Okay.
I was upset, but my coach was like, why are you mad? You won 2 state championships. But it's just the competitive nature in me and just want to excel at everything I do, whether it's like in school, outside of school, sports, or just working. Just always want to be the best and do it at a high level.
It's like the Mamba mentality, huh?
Yeah.
Good old Kobe here. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So, and if I'm not mistaken, you are a record holder in one of your high schools or at the university where you went to, right?
At Arizona Christian, I'm the all-time leading receiver there, and it took a while to get that, but a lot of hard work and a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know or understand that has to go into that, and even the teams helped me. My quarterback, the offensive lineman, the running back, the other receivers. Without them, that wouldn't have accomplished. But it's an honor to hold a record there, and
Imagine, yeah.
hopefully nobody beats it. Nobody.
Nobody? Okay, okay.
But it's a good blessing opportunity to get that.
Okay. And how plays like the family thing into all of that? I mean, I can imagine that you grew up with 2 sisters, you told me, right?
3 sisters.
3 sisters, 3 sisters. So I can imagine your mom was busy with all of your kids, and then still you following that sport path. Are your sisters also into sports?
My sisters all play sports, but my 2 youngest, well, the second oldest and my youngest sister, played a lot of sports. And it's crazy because my youngest sister is actually taller than me, and that's
She's taller than you.
yes, and that's
That's
man.
rough, yeah.
She still says that I'm taller than you, but they play basketball. My second older sister actually played tennis for a
Look
little
at that.
bit, and then that was a cool experience to watch her. And then they played basketball and volleyball, and they were competitive. Kamel went to school for basketball in college, and then she took another path and found her fitting. And then my little sister, super competitive, because growing up with me, I'm making them play whatever sport or basketball.
I was about to ask that. How was it growing up with you, or in between all of that competitiveness?
It's pretty difficult sometimes, because like you want like them to act like a boy in a way, but they're still women, and you get like a little frustrated because you want to be a little bit more aggressive, but they're pretty aggressive, and they'll let me know or get on me like, hey, like we can do the same thing you can at times. And then my mom, she's always been a hard worker, and my dad just always hard working, and just watching my mom and dad just provide for us and like always continuing to, no matter what they have to do to make it look good or help us, and always like help me pursue what I want and stay passionate about it.
Have they visited you here in Germany already?
Actually, my mom has, my sisters, and my papa.
Okay.
They have came out here, and that was one of the most awesome experience to like have them see me come across the whole world, take a 11-hour flight,
and that's one thing there, huh?
Come see me play and just learn the new culture, and tell them not to act American here in a way. But they love it, and it's a good experience, like just to see like life on outside of the United States.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I can imagine. I've been to the US a couple of times for work and stuff like that, and when I meet people on the plane, that they're like the first time on a plane, they just tell me that they just recently got their passport because they didn't have a passport, so there was no reason for them to leave the lid there.
Help it boil a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's been an amazing experience just to be out here and like let them see me and learn that you can play football across the world and still at a high level. So it's been an amazing opportunity, and thankful for it.
Can imagine. So, while we're still chopping parsley here, let me just like tell you guys in German, wir haben den Chat wieder offen, das heißt, wenn ihr Fragen habt, dann immer rein damit in den Chat und stellt uns eure Fragen, ich krieg sie hier aufs Ohr, und dann stellen wir diese Fragen natürlich auch an John. Ich habe hier schon jemanden von der Ravens Crowd gesehen, servus. Ihr dürft genauso wieder die Bierfilze verwenden. Also for our American, maybe you have some friends watching as well. Use the chat, send your questions. I will ask them all to John. Maybe he misses you. Maybe he's going to shout out some greetings to you out there. Yeah. And by the way, you got a cool shirt there. Thanks again to Memories at that point.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. Nice. The guys, Memories, always like fitting us with the greatest shirts here. Thank you to our sponsors at that point. Also with Mediamarkt. Mediamarkt, nochmal vielen herzlichen Dank, dass wir heute hier wieder sein dürfen. Und auch dem Edeka Simmel ein herzliches Dankeschön für das Bereitstellen der Zutaten. Jo, dann machen wir weiter. Let's continue. We were just talking about you and your time in high school and your time at uni. You graduated, right?
Yes, in behavioral health and counseling, and minor in coaching. So,
okay, what is that?
Behavioral health is like basically understanding how people work and like understand the mental health aspect, and helping people who have like schizophrenia, PTSD, or like any type of like disease or something that they can't control sometimes, and you get to understand them more and look from a different perspective. And then also it goes into like helping kids and coaching. And that's what I'm all for, is helping the next generation and helping people who sometimes can't help themselves, and help them learn them and see them for the human they are, not just because they have little differences. Wow,
that's impressive. How did you get into that career? Like what made you do that?
Just growing up, I always wanted to like help people in a way and try to like find something I wanted to do for me, because school wasn't always fun for me. I'm not going to say that it was the best for me. But when I got to college, I started like getting with my counselors and asking them like, what do I want to do? And I'm like, I just want to help people with mental health or like kids. And they was like, well, I think we have a way for you. And that's how I found it. Just
Pretty cool. That's pretty impressive. I mean, this is something. It's not something you come across every day. Meeting somebody that is like chosen that path. So therefore, credits to that. It's very impressive. And so after football, is that something that you could like see yourself like doing counseling for kids and like school, or is it more kind of an institution or?
I would love to be like a counselor eventually, but I know it's a few more steps to that. But yes, I do want to eventually like grow up and open up like a behavior home, because my friend Camo, he worked in a behavior home and he showed me like how it works and like taught me certain things and like helped me go behind the scenes and watch him like own a behavior home and the ups and downs, but the benefits of helping people and also just being a great person to everybody, no matter their circumstances, and just want to help kids because that's the next generation and they are our next hope.
Yeah.
So, and then some kids may have different difficulties growing up in different lives, and some kids aren't always privileged and some just have different ways. So you always want to be there for everybody to help them and have a voice so they can speak to somebody.
That sounds very cool. So I think we're about to get boiling here.
Heat this one up a little bit.
Pan?
Yes.
Okay, while we're on that, I would like to know from you. We need some oil, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to know from you, what were your biggest success so far? What was your biggest success so far? Being either track athlete, basketball, football. How much do we need from that actually?
Just probably like that's enough.
Okay.
Just probably from Little League. I'm gonna say, because I grew up playing like multiple sports. Like it's like little clubs for like kids growing up back home. And I would say I always been like on championship teams since Little League football, the Grand Prairie Vikings, South Arlington Saints, and then I grew up playing a lot of basketball tournaments, and those are big accomplishments. But getting to high school, I would say, honestly, winning a state championship, because that's a lot of hard work to win a state championship in Texas in football and basketball. And that was just an awesome experience. And shout out to my high school teammates for that one, because we'll forever have that moment and got a ring off of that one. And then going to junior college, I would say just learning the ups and downs of college and growing up and being having to grow up from high school to there and just seeing that. And then also university won a SAC conference championship and got to go to playoffs, but unfortunately we lost, and that was a bummer. But just getting there and holding the all-time leading receiver and just getting guys to come to the school, and they're hitting me up like, hey, how's the school, man? You broke these records. Like, how's everything? And it's cool to just be able to give back to them and give back to the school and just know that, like, I'm doing something right, and then getting on to, like, the next level.
Gotcha.
If you want to.
But every win comes with a loss.
Yes.
So what was the biggest defeat, the biggest loss that you experienced so far?
My junior year, we actually went to state in basketball.
By the way, shall I put the
Yes,
pasta
please.
in with some salt in there? Do you want salt in the?
Yes, I added some before just
okay.
to do it, but if you want to add
Maybe
a little bit more.
it's like not that much. Okay, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
My junior year, we went to state and in basketball, and we lost to like they won it 3 times in a row previously, and like we had 2 7-footers on our team, so we're like, this is gonna be an amazing year because we were winning games off buzzer beaters. Shout out my guy Cam's hit a buzzer beater, and you just had
the full.
Yes, and then you just think you're gonna win, and that was a very heartbreaking upset, like super heartbreaking to lose state championship. And I would say that's one of my biggest ones. And then at university, our first playoff game, we got smacked by Kaiser. We got our butt whooped. The final score was, 62-21 or 63-21? I still remember that vividly.
That hurts.
Yes.
That stings.
And then we took a trip all the way to Florida from Texas, and that one just, it forever is in the memory of that one.
All right. So and then at one point you decided, hey, let's go to Germany. How did it happen?
Honestly, my friend Nick Shelton, he got to go to the Raiders, Triola Raiders. If I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right.
That's all right. That's all right.
But he went
we know
there,
them.
and then he was like, "Hey, like you should come out here." I'm like, "How do you even get out here?" So he's like, "Download Euro Players, and you go on Euro Players, and it's like a resume for your sports, football, basketball."
You can just like sign up there as an athlete for coming to Europe.
Yes, and then you make a resume and try to get recognized, but it's hard because it's still 1,000 other people who want to get recognized and put in.
By the way, how long do we need to boil them?
Just to five minutes because I'm
Okay.
end up putting them back in here,
Okay.
so I don't want to cook them too long.
Good. Okay. So Euroballers. No, not Euroballers. Sorry.
Euro Players.
Euro Players.
So I went on there, made a resume, and my first thought was like, I'm not leaving like America. Like I'm too scared. Like
Did you have a passport?
yes, I actually had a passport because I went to Costa Rica in high school for a missions trip
Okay.
to Costa Rica to help kids for a week and just learn their stories and help them and give back to people in Costa Rica and just understand the different dynamics and the like a third world country and just really seeing it visually and being hands-on and giving back to the kids and the community. And that was like a super life-changing moment and a blessing to go there. But that was my only time I used my passport, only time.
And now you're like collecting the stamps,
Yes.
right?
And then on Euro Players, I was hitting up. And then on Kirchdorf Wildcats and Kirchdorf AMN near Brno, Daniel Monching messaged me, and I'm like, "How you doing?" Like he's like, "Do you want to come out here?" I'm like, like I'm super skeptical. And then he started telling me everything about the city, how it is. Like it's a church town, a little small village, and the people are nice, and how it works. And then probably
It's like put it down a little. Yeah. That's. Otherwise, not gonna keep boiling like this. Yeah. Need some more heat there.
electric stoves.
So Kirchdorf.
Kirchdorf, and then he gave me the whole background. I went in Google, searched up everything, like, is it safe? And I'm like,
Kirchdorf safe.
and then that's one thing I didn't know about Europe, how safe it was and how like different it is. So then I'm like, let's take a chance. I'm talking to my mom, my family, like I think I should go take a chance out there and just add these. Take a chance out there, and I talked to him, and I was super nervous at first because I'm wondering like what will it bring, what it would look like to play out there. So I kept talking to Kirchdorf, and then eventually I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. Like,
Make it happen. Okay.
I want to come. So it was I went out there, and it was about a 12 to 11 hour flight. And I was super nervous, but every way of the airport, people were just being friendly, being open to me. And they're like, where are you going? I'm telling them, like, oh, you'll love it out there. And then I'm still like, And then I got on a plane and met an older gentleman, and he's been going back and forth, and he's like, you'll love it. It's a good opportunity. You'll learn a different culture, and you'll get to see like different life outside of America. And so I got to Kirchdorf. First I got to Munich airport, and getting off a flight, we can probably turn
Like
that
what's
down.
arriving in Munich at the airport, and from there
Yes.
on you went directly to
Kirchdorf, and I'm super sleepy, but on the way it looked so beautiful, like so much land everywhere and just open.
No, wrong one. That one.
It's just open, and then I get there, I meet the owner and everybody from the team, have lunch, and then I went out there for a month and played 5 games.
Okay.
But the first game was the most unreal experience you can have because my mom came, and it was the first game out there, and it's like a fairy tale in a way. Like the first game you go out there, you have 5 touchdowns, and then you're like whoa, like
What's happening?
and then your mom is watching and like family is watching on the online stream, and it's just like an unreal experience, and just seeing the difference, like even before the game, just seeing the difference in practice and how things work, and just trying to learn the culture and some of the words, and trying to adapt to it.
Did you like learn a little bit of German while you were in Kirchdorf?
I was trying to, but when you're not confident, you tend to shy away in a way.
Besides that, it's like they speak very Bavarian German, I guess.
Yes, very Bavarian.
A few seconds there.
Can you take out?
There you go.
We can put the shrimp in here when it's.
We don't need that one.
But trying to learn language was super difficult at first, but I understand to learn to read it, so I cannot starve out there when I go to the grocery stores and learn the different like names of the food and stuff. So it was pretty good, and then just seeing like the culture and seeing how people are, and then going to like some of the little festivals and stuff like that, and seeing like how it is. So it was a nice experience in Kirchdorf.
That's cool. I mean, coming from Dallas,
Yes, Dallas, Texas.
Texas, moving to Kirchdorf. How did that turn out to like when you actually arrived to Kirchdorf? What was your first impression of getting there and then going on the field, being at practice?
When I first got there, looking at the small town, I'm like to me, I'm like, this is super country. This is like some you see like on the outskirts of Texas, like driving through nowhere, and then just seeing it. But the people are so friendly and open. And then getting to practice was a big adjustment, because I learned very fast that people in like Germany or Europe, they have work, university, jobs, or have to take care of their family, and not everybody can come to practice.
Yeah.
And the first practices was like 15, 20 people, and I'm like,
What's happening?
I'm like, is any more people coming? And they're like, nah, this is it for now. I'm like, where's everybody? And they're just telling me the breakdown. And at first I'm like, like, this is not real. And then it took me a little adjustment to adapt, but then it made me grow. We can turn this one down, because I'm going to end up putting this in here to cook more.
Chop them. Okay.
Yeah.
Just to not overcook the noodles here. Pasta.
So learning them and giving more respect, because it made me humble, because they're really sacrificing and doing what they do because they love it, not because most of them are getting like just paid or just making a large sum of money, but they do it because they love it, or it's a good opportunity for them. And it helped me grow and respect that, because some people drive 2 to 3 hours to get to practice, or taking a train 1 hour, 2 hours, and you're like,
yeah,
like, hold on, like, I don't like.
It's different. I mean, you've seen it with the team, I guess, here as well.
And
not
then
only
a couple times you just have to like take the bus or tram, and it gives you a different respect for them, and like, okay, like, this is not a joke to them. They actually love it, but some circumstances don't allow them to come to practice all the time and just be there. So it was difficult at first, because you're used to, at a university, like 64 guys, 54 guys practicing, and
you're never short of people.
Yes, never. But it was a good, humbling experience, and made me learn like, okay.
I mean, while I was doing my research on you, I came across some articles in the newspaper on Kirchdorf TV as well. So you were a star there, and I saw you perform there. You were not only top scorer there with, what was it, like 31 touchdowns in one season?
Yes, sir, 31 touchdowns.
More than 2,000 yards, receiving yards. You did rushing touchdowns, running touchdowns, kickoff return touchdowns. You like did the entire thing there. So the first year was like 5 games. The second year was the entire season, and
Yes,
ended
sir.
up with winning the championship for the GFL 2 South.
Yes, that was an amazing experience, and shout out to all the Kirchdorf Wildcats and the fans for all the hard work, and the team for just getting there, because it was a good season. It was ups and downs, but mainly good, and it's a good opportunity to know that you came back to the team who gave you an opportunity and to win the GFL 2
Absolutely.
South. So that was an amazing experience.
Okay, what are we doing here now?
So now I'm going to take some of the pasta water to put half a cup in here, because eventually I'm going to cook it with the noodles to add a little little flavor to it. So
By the way, do we have to take out the pasta, or just we leave it in the water for now?
we're going to eventually take it out, because I'm going to put it in here, but I want to get some of the water out before we drain it. Well,
So, what has happened so far is we chopped the basil at the beginning, the parsley. Now I'm starting with the basil as well, man.
I got you. I got you. Sam.
We did you prepared the shrimps before. You marinated them with some. With what? Yeah, tell me.
Garlic powder, pepper, salt, chili powder, a little paprika, and am I missing anything? Garlic. No,
That's it. Okay,
marinate them for about
roughly an hour.
hour, and then have that sitting good, and just let it marinate and simmer. And then
Okay. Now we're gonna put. Okay, now we're putting them into a smaller pot here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now we are putting the noodles in the pan there.
But first, I have to. Do you want to
No, sure.
get
What do we need?
the butter?
Make yourself the butter, of course.
Just take this out.
Butter's taste, so that's good. Okay, so you won the GFL 2 South Championship, and you were ready to go to GFL 1, and then you ended up in Munich.
Yes, sir.
What happened there? I cannot imagine that the Wildcats let you go just like that.
It was a difficult process, because you want to go back to the same team that you feel comfortable with and that you won a championship with, but at the same time you want to grow and see if you can play at the next level, because even though the GFL 1 is a high level, the European League of Football, I'm just like, I really loved it and watched it, and just to watch the highlights on YouTube or any highlights that I can watch by chance.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it just makes you think, can you?
Whoa, that's a lot of butter.
Yeah, think out.
No, by the way, Camille just sent a message in the chat. Butter time.
But
So we're right on track there. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the season has started for the GFL now, so they are gonna be on their it's about to start, and I'm really looking forward to see where Wildcats are gonna end up this year, because they're also a very traditional team in the GFL. So
yes, sir. But
definitely gonna be good.
But getting to Munich was a process in itself, because I was reaching out to a few teams, and not everything goes your way, or everybody sees certain things that they see, because it's always a guy faster, stronger, or just more different. So time went on, and I messaged Coach Contrell, and that was just like a unreal experience. Messaged him, and then having him respond back, and then just going through the process and just talking to different coaches with Sean and Coach Kyle and the whole organization, and just talking to them. They're getting to know me and getting to know them, and then eventually we locked in with each other, and it went good from there. But it's still a growing process. And
So you just mentioned that you just send a message to Kendall, and I mean shout out to Kendall as well. He was here last time, and tell us a little bit about that. So how does this actually work? You're just shooting messages to all coaches in the ELF, or?
Not all coaches, only some. Because you want to say you're a good player, but you still have that in your back of your mind, they're not going to respond or think I'm a good enough player. So I actually messaged him on Instagram.
On the gram. Okay.
And
Speaking of, I'm getting a lot of messages here. We have to check them later.
okay. Messaged him on Instagram, and he responded back because I'm like, man, he's not going to respond. It's not like, who's going to respond to Instagram messages, especially like a coach? He probably gets 1,000 messages in a day. So, but faith was on my side that day, and he responded. And then ever since then, we have been in constant communication. And I'm thankful for him for just responding and giving me a shot, and the organization of the Munich Ravens, because that is like unreal feeling. And a lot of people don't know back home, like they're like, you should just go to the NFL, but everything is not always like that. And this is a good chance because it's not like the NFL, but in a way it is. How they hold themselves, the organization, and how everything is just amazing.
That is cool. So butter is in there. Just put a half a brick of butter there. Do we need the rest? Otherwise, I'm going to put it back in the fridge.
I think we should put one more.
One more. That's for the flavor.
For the pasta, too.
Okay, good. Okay.
Thank you.
And so then you signed with the Ravens. Then you came back as an import, and you're living the life of an import in Munich, in Germany.
Yes, sir.
What does the day of an import player in Munich look like? Take us through the day.
A day in the life. Well, first you have to adapt to the time schedule.
Okay.
And once you adapt to that, it's fairly nice. But in a day in the life, you wake up, you get breakfast, you see the schedule for the day because everything is in order.
But somebody makes that schedule for you?
Yes,
or
the team makes the schedule, the coach, whatever we have to do for that day. But in mine, like if we don't have no practice or anything, then I go to the gym. You got to learn the train system. You have to learn that to get around, and the U-Bahn. But you go to the train, go to the gym. Go to the gym, find a food place, try to like see what you like out here, just because you do have a lot of time when you're not doing nothing. So we went do that, gym, eat, and then you do a lot of studying with film because you want to make sure that you are for the team and adapting, like learning the plays. So a lot of film time, a lot of studying. Watching movies every now and then to pass time, and just really locked in to like get to know your teammates. And then a few times you want to try to learn, like, do you want to cut this in half?
Yeah, sure.
Trying to learn the language and trying to learn the culture and see like how things work and the schedules, and then just really growing and just trusting yourself.
Okay.
And then just really a lot of film. I'm not like, because you have so much time when you're not practicing.
I mean, whoa, that's the butter. There goes the butter. Wait.
Yes. Sorry for that. I'm trying to talk to you.
Don't burn yourself with the butter. You need those hands, man. Kendall is going to kill me if I...
Nah, cooking before stuff happens.
Okay.
It's fine.
Good.
Sorry for that. I'm trying to talk to you.
Don't worry. As mentioned, just watch your hands, please, because we're going to need those this year.
But watching a lot of film, gym, and then going to physio. And getting treatment, make sure you're taking care of the body, eating, and then grocery shopping and trying to find what you like in the grocery stores and stuff like that. That's a good thing.
Good.
And then
let me just give me a paper towel here. So I just heard that we have a question from the community there. Maybe I can see it on the screen. And then the question is, what are you looking for most for this year, for this season?
For this season, I'm honestly looking forward to how the team works together and the cohesive that we're continue to bond like over the time. But I'm looking for the team to take as far as we can, but take it one game at a time, because if you start thinking too far ahead, then you're worried about the wrong things. Yeah. But you honestly want to have a good season. You always want to go to playoffs and work for a championship and build championship behavior. So this season, I just want to be the best player I can be for the teammates and whatever I can do to help, and they can help me just grow and take it one practice at a time, one day at a time, and just growing from there.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we now have put the noodles into the butter and lemon liquid. Let's call it this sauce.
Yeah, lemon sauce. Ooh.
Okay. Good, good.
Maybe you
That
have
looks
to add
really, really
some more
yummy.
butter.
Okay. And now we let it simmer a little bit, or
Yes, simmer, and then I'm gonna start
add
adding.
that one. Okay, nice. All right, John. I told you that I also did a little bit of an Instagram deep dive. I found some interesting pictures, and we're gonna show those, and then you're just simply gonna tell me the story behind that. So maybe we can get the first picture there. So here we got the baller.
So
What's happening there?
that picture was a game. I think we went to. It was like we call it AAU basketball back home, and it's like amateur, like for kids and like teenagers. And we had a tournament in, I want to say like in San Jose or something like that, somewhere in California, because I used to grew up in California a little bit. And this was like pregame warm-ups. And this is when you're the age when they start putting you on the bigger goals. So everything is now not the little small goals. And so you just like trying to shoot as high as you can and trying to get it up there because the ball is so big. And that was just a cool experience at a time growing up, like learning how to play basketball and learning your teammates and stuff.
How old were you there?
Probably like 5 or so.
Wow. Okay. Hey, you're focused. You're locked in there.
Yeah, because
Eyes on the prize.
when you got that basketball, you want to make sure that you're really locked in and just having fun with it and just trusting it. So
All right.
that's funny that you put.
All right. Next one. What's the next one that we have?
This was this was a little reckless one. But these are all my group of friends that we grew up, and this is crazy. And this is why I need to take stuff down off my Instagram. But this was like a party in high school. We're actually all in high school. That is Cam. That's Mike B. That's Leek. That's Amos.
Well, I hope they're all watching right now.
Yes, most of them are. It's little Cairo, Tristan, and just that was at a party and just being young and not thinking all the time. A little reckless. That's
That's a cool picture there, man.
that one caught me off guard. That
I told you I was gonna do that.
man,
Man.
we gotta skip this one.
I especially like the guy that's like just like flipping off everybody there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was a little bad phase. Had to grow out of that.
Fun times. How old were you there?
That was probably like 16,
Yeah.
around there,
Crazy
16 or
age.
so.
Nice. Okay. Let's see what we got next.
I'm scared now. Oh, okay. This
That's a good one.
okay. This one, I remember this. This is when we played Sagu, and this game I actually broke our school record for. I had 254 yards in the game and 3 touchdowns, and we were actually down most of the game. We were like down like 21-7, and we ended up making a comeback and winning.
Ooh.
So that was a unreal experience
And
right there.
who's that lady next to you?
That's Miss Amy Jackson. Miss Jackson, my English teacher, and she's super nice. She always helped me a lot and just helped me with classes because a few times I used to be late to class.
Don't be late to practice.
Oh, yes, most definitely can't. And then she was just always a big help. Even to this day, she still follows me, keeps up with me. And
Cool.
may you open that?
She's yeah.
Yes. She still follows me.
So she's following your journey here in Europe as well, I guess.
Yes, most definitely. If I post a picture or anything, she's still keeping up with me and just checking in on me. How are you doing? And she's
cool.
an amazing teacher and always helps. And that's part of the my high school. She actually was my teacher in high school. So shout out to all the Trinity Christian teachers and coaches there for just guiding me and helping me a lot in that one.
All right, so we're almost done here, right?
Yes, almost. Probably gonna add.
Just gonna put the cheese here. All right, well, thank you for this picture. I think this is all.
Yeah, I hope that's all.
Oh, there's another one. There's another one.
That's crazy. I still got the same bracelet on my hand.
Yeah, it was
Anyway.
just,
So it means get your mind right, because my goddad always grew up telling us, like, get your mind right, get your mind right. Always on our head, just on us persistently, and just having to grow up and, like, you need to get your mind right. So it's actually my godbrother's brand and from California.
yeah.
So it's like a childhood thing we always heard and grew up on. So that's where that comes from. And I want to say that's Cam, the same one from that last picture.
Okay.
Well,
You're close, huh?
pretty close,
close?
super close. And this was in practice. This was actually like a camp, like where we're going through now. And that's like, that makes or breaks you. The camps make or break you. So unfortunately, this didn't break me yet. So
Well, it's a good transition here. Camp. We just went to camp. You were in Nuremberg. You were in Oberhaching this weekend. And how did camp work for you? What's your opinion on the status of the team at the moment?
the first camp was,
I think it's the right one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be that way exactly.
yeah. The first camp was tough for me, I would say. Just adapting and learning it and just trying to make sure I feel comfortable and just growing in the playbook and growing with my teammates and not just thinking like it would just be something simple. And the camps actually went good. We built a lot of team cohesiveness, and you learn the ups and downs of camps, like the meetings, the practice, the two-a-days. It builds more character in you, and it builds strength for your team. And the camps went really good, even though sometimes you feel like you're not like doing what you want, but it's always something good out of it. And the first camp was good. It was nice. Shout out to Nuremberg, and just seeing some of the stuff there and going to the my first soccer game out there.
Yeah, right. We went to the soccer game, right?
That was a unreal experience, seeing a soccer game from in person and seeing like actually the crowd.
That's the stadium you're going to be playing in a couple of weeks. I hope that it's going to be at least as crowded as we went there for the soccer game. But this is going to be the same stadium that we're going to be playing in Nuremberg, the big game against Surge. It's going to be dope.
Yes, and then also going to Nuremberg, we went to the military base.
Yeah, Grafenwöhr, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and we got to give thanks to the soldiers that put themselves on the line when needed to call, and just thankful for them to show us the base and get to know them and appreciate all the hard work they do when nobody knows what they're doing or stuff like that. But Nuremberg was a great camp, and then going into the second camp was even better because now it's like home in Munich, and you get a little bit more time to adapt, not just on the fly.
Yeah.
And the second camp went good. You're still learning, still growing as a team, but you're making those steps. And Coach Contrell said, like, you get better from going to the first camp to the second camp. That's when you make your biggest jump as a team. And we're taking strides toward that and just keep staying focused and just taking it one practice at a time, one camp at a time, and just really trusting the process.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's one camp left before we then go like into the really hot part of the preseason, if you want to say so. Tickets are, by the way, out there. So if you haven't got your ticket for the Nuremberg game or for the home opener, both games are around the corner. So get your tickets. Tickets kaufen nicht vergessen. Ihr könnt euch direkt jetzt das Ticket sichern für das Nürnberg-Spiel oder für den Home Opener in Unterhaching im Stadion. Es wird auf jeden Fall wieder großartig werden. Meine Crew und ich arbeiten auch schon wieder daran, euch mit richtig coolem Rahmenprogramm zu verwöhnen. Und ja, wir waren gestern, wie gesagt, im Camp, haben uns da auch schon ein bisschen was angeschaut. Die Ravens Crowd war auch wieder mit dabei. Insofern verpasst es kommendes Wochenende nicht, wenn ihr wollt. Ich glaube, da ist nochmal ein Camp, wo ihr die Möglichkeit habt, mal reinzugucken. Und dann seht ihr diesen jungen Mann auch Bälle fangen und verdammt schnell sein. I was just talking about the upcoming games and next week's camp, and then I saw you running, and you're incredibly fast. Man, you have like the turbojets there. So let's talk a quick moment about what we have been doing here. So we put some Parmigiano into the noodles.
Yes.
We have like mixed everything together. Now you're seasoning it with garlic powder, with, what is that?
The chili.
Chili and some onion powder.
Yes.
And this is smelling very, very good. That has been simmering there, cooking slow, and I think we're about to eat soon here because this really looks really, really good. But before we go there, I would like to talk about the season outlook. I think that we have a pretty good roster this year. We have an incredible, coaching staff. The organization is at a point where we say, this is going to be, in my opinion, we're a championship contender, but I know that you guys treat this kind of thinking differently, which is totally fine. But what are the expectations to yourself at first, and what do you think is the expectation of the team?
My expectations for myself was just first coming in and just proving I'm a hard worker and that I can be a team player, and just to show that I'm who they think I am on film, and just showing my different attributes, whether it's on the field or off the field, because not everything has to do with on the field and your abilities, because you have to learn how to learn the plays, learn your teammates, and just growing from there and just coming to be the best team player you can be to really help the team in any aspect, where it's helping the team learn different movements or different things, because we're not all taught the same things, and just really just being the best teammate. That's all I can say, and just take it in. And
who's your favorite teammate so far?
My favorite teammate?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to say all of them. I'm going to take the easy way. But favorite teammate, I would say the receiver group. Can I just say a group?
We're
going to say the receiver group. And because we all work together and we're all in the same room, so you build a little bond, and they're helping me as much as I'm trying to help them. And then just really learning each other and growing. But if I had to pick I don't know. Maybe my O-line. I don't know, O-line. I like them a lot.
Yeah, of course.
They're pretty funny and always giving me pointers and stuff. So, but overall, I'd probably say the team is mine.
That's good. So then, have you already so I hear that we have a question from the community here about meeting the fans. So, how do you feel when you meet the fans of the crowd? And thanks again. Your son was really Our son was really proud. Sorry, it's so small. Our son was really proud to have worn your helmet last Sunday.
Yes.
So how is it feeling? How is it like meeting the crowd?
The Raven crowd is unbelievable. I love their flags and their own personal gear they have of the Ravens crowd.
Yeah.
And
those are to you guys.
And they're amazing. Their fan base is really driven. It's not it's real love. It's real passion. And for them to come to the practices, come to things like this, and just come in everywhere to support you on Instagram, social media, in person. And they're just a real fan base, maybe stronger than some of the NFL fan bases.
It's going to be...
It's good to see them at the practices, and then you just hear and see a flag waving, and you hear them screaming and then they're super nice and greeting. And then to the hat, shout out to the kid. So we're on the way to practice, and we see the Ravens crowd, and they're like, hey, introduce yourself, saying hi, everything. And then I put my helmet down, and little man is just it's my helmet now. He took my gloves out, took my mouthpiece, everything. He's like, it's my helmet. So he puts it on, and I'm like, oh, okay. So we got a new Ravens player coming soon.
Perfect.
And then he had a little hat on too, so I'm like, it'll be good to just swap hats and then put on his hat. And then I'm like, okay, now we can switch jobs for the day. I can go be a kid for the day and he can go practice for the day. But it was cool taking a picture with them because you give hope to the kids and the fans who support you. You want to give back just as much as they give into you, because without them, it's no games at all. It's no life in the stands. So without them, it would.
You told me that you went to some Ravens games last year, and so you got a taste of how loud they can be. And this year, I know that they're like more organized this year as well, because it was last year was also the first year for them. This year they're more organized and they're gonna be even louder. It's gonna be even better. They're gonna do some choreos and stuff like that. So I really look forward to seeing them this year in the stands and in the stadium.
I'm looking forward to be on the other side now, looking outside from the field to the stadium, because last year I came to like 3 games, and just seeing the atmosphere is so real. Like, it's real. Like, it's a real atmosphere, real crowd screaming, and then watching the game and just watching everything is just like, it gives you that adrenaline. Like, okay, but now that you on the other side, that same adrenaline is there, same like
you want to get
eagerness,
started, right?
And just you take it in as for a blessing and just thankful for it, and then just hopefully we can give the crowd everything they came to see.
I'm pretty sure. So I just heard that your sister's very proud you did well. So I think
I did. I hope I did.
We're gonna find out in a few seconds, and I will now check my phone and see if we have some questions on the gram, if something came through here. Let me check. Yes, we do. From Joe. What's your favorite NFL team?
Actually don't have a favorite NFL team. I'm more of a players guy, but
So what would you?
I used to like the Steelers and New York Giants, but they broke my heart too much. So I was like, this is not the route for me. I just like players now.
Okay.
So no teams.
And what would that be? The
players? Ooh, favorite player? That's tough. Who I watch a lot on like YouTube or like studying him is Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, D-Hop, and then I like Mike Evans because he's like aggressive and stuff like that. So just try to take a thing from all of them.
Oh, this is a good one. Also from Joe. Do you have a nickname that they can shout on the field when you go on the field when you do a touchdown?
Oh, that's a good one, because usually I go by J. Cole, but I got to think of a new one. So I don't know. Shout out to the Munich Ravens. They may put this one in the Ice Cold Baller.
The Ice Cold Baller. Okay.
Or it can be like Cold World or something.
Okay. So I think the guys can keep thinking of potential. So then I have another one. Oh, this is also a very good question from Sabine, actually. She's asking, how's your connection with Chad? How is it working with him?
Chad is my guy. We built a connection on and off the field. He's even invited me over with his family to have breakfast and just study film. And the connection's growing slowly but greatly, and it's going to turn into something special, hopefully. And he's a great quarterback, great leader. He makes you speak the QB language, not just like, hey, I got this. He's like, nah, we got to be on the same page. So he's a great guy, great leader, great competitor. And the connection is growing very strong because we work out a lot, and I try to be with him as much as I can to make sure we're on the same page. And he's a great guy and a great father. And
great captain there as well, huh?
Yes.
So do you actually do like some group work out of practice where you just like hang out and stuff like that to get the offense get to know better and stuff like that?
Actually, after, was it not last camp, but like before the camp, like one of our last practices, all the receivers went to go bowling, and that was fun because at first you're just having fun, and then the competitive nature kicks in, and everybody's like, who can get first? So the receivers, we had a good little bonding session, and it's going to keep growing from there. And then just going outside of football, you need to always have fun outside of football because you can't just always be contained in it. You got to have fun and go in the city or stuff like that. And a few of the guys like try to go to the Garden. I don't want to
Englische Garten?
Yeah.
English garden?
And that's super cool, like seeing how big it is and just taking a free ice bath because the river is so cold.
It's called Eisbach, so it's ice water. Yeah. All right. Next. Does the guy have a girlfriend?
No, unfortunately, my only girlfriend is football. So
Your only girlfriend is football.
I'm married to the game.
In case not, we have a sponsor, it's Servus Spatzel. They do some single events around Munich. Maybe you want to sign up. There's still a code giving you some
Is it like, it's like a
discounts.
speed dating thing? Or
It's kind of a speed dating thing, yeah.
so
yeah.
we have 60 seconds to.
No, they match you with the profile, with the fitting profile there. Yeah, they're sponsor of our show here, so thank you to them as well.
Thank you, and hopefully.
And give them some love there. Schaut bei Servus Spatzel vorbei. Die Ladies matchen euch mit eurem richtigen Match. Und es ist nach wie vor so, dass mehr Mädels sich angemeldet haben als Jungs. It's too many girls signing up for those things than the guys. That's why.
Guys, get out there. I know y'all are single and not doing nothing, so get out there and go find some love, man.
Exactly. Go find some love, not only for the game. All right. I think it's time for the plates, I would say.
Yes.
Or, yeah, looks good. So let me just make some room here, and then we can serve before. So, John, this has been a very, very interesting talk. And before we go into the final words, do we have some questions from you guys? Fragen von euch? Ja, was haben wir denn? Hast du? Bitte? Nochmal was? So one of the questions here is, what was your first thought when the Ravens said, let's do this?
Low-key got teary-eyed because it's like a good opportunity and experience because, like, you never know where it can take you or, like, how the team is. And then first thing I always do is tell my mom. She's right there. I'm like, Mama, like I got signed. And right when I signed, I'm like, it's go time. You got to work even harder now, even though I'm working hard all off season. But the feeling is just like, it makes you like eager and want to go out there and see like the team, meet the players, the coaches, and just like you get that like butterflies in your stomach and then like little nervousness, and then it was a great feeling. I'm not gonna lie. I can still remember I was sitting in the drinking my little hot tea, and then when we made it official, I'm like, Mom. And then I tell my sisters and dad, and then tell my family, and then just seeing them smile and making them happy, and then telling my friends, like, hey, like, I'm moving up, and they're like, yeah, let's lock in and take it for what it is. So it was an unreal experience.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It must have been, I think that your mom is also very proud.
Yes. She went through a lot of trials. Even with
well, if I saw that picture before, I can imagine that she went through a lot of...
She used to tell me, like, stop, like, don't do that. Even my, like, aunties and stuff, they're like, stop, why do you do that? I'm like, it's a little phase. You want to be the cool guy, a little bad dude, but now I got to go, like...
I look forward to meeting her. If she comes to visit, let me know. And I want to say hi and thank you for always having an eye on you. Perfect. All right, John. I think we're here at the end. I'm gonna taste this now, or we're gonna have somebody taste it. And any shout-outs? Anything that you want to tell your friends back home? Maybe some of them are watching. And I hear the question on German. Somebody wants the audience wants to hear your German.
Oh.
So.
Nicht guten.
What?
It's not good.
Not good. Nein, guten? Nein, it's nicht gut.
Nicht
gut, yeah.
Nicht gut. Nah. It's not. To me, I wouldn't say it's good. I can just say, like, I don't know. I can't think of anything. But just like.
Tell them to come to visit you here.
Come to visit.
Come to visit Germany and hang out.
Actually, my friend is coming to visit.
All right.
On the last game of the season, he already bought his flight ticket or booked his flight. So shout out to my guys back home, and shout out to all the Munich Ravens, everybody watching it, and my family and friends and the fans and everybody. Just thank y'all and thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the Munich Ravens and the organization, because without y'all, I wouldn't be here or standing here. So thank y'all for that, and just a blessing to be here. And then shout out to everybody that's here behind the scenes and just everything.
Perfect closing words. So with that said, wir sehen uns in 3 Wochen wieder zur nächsten Sendung. Dann mit jemandem von den Munich Cowboys. Und da freue ich mich ganz besonders darauf. Wir werden euch nochmal Bescheid geben, ob wir dann nochmal hier sind oder ob wir dann im Diner sind. Wird auf jeden Fall auch eine sehr, sehr interessante Runde werden. Ich treffe hier eine Dame, die bei den Cowboys darauf achtet, dass die Jungs gesund bleiben, gesund zurückkommen. Recovery ist ein großes Thema bei ihr und ich freue mich sehr auf dieses Gespräch. Ansonsten, wenn ihr diesen jungen Mann in Aktion sehen wollt, dann holt euch das Ticket für das Homegame, für das erste. Tickets gibt es auf der Webseite an allen bekannten Stellen und wir probieren jetzt hier dieses Essen. And with that said, John, thank you very much for being here. It was great having you here.
Thank you.
Thanks for the talk. And now let's taste this. Jungs, ran ans Essen hier.
And then I'll put a little Parmesan on top of it.
Parmigiano? Okay, gut. Dann, in diesem Sinne, vielen Dank und wir sind raus.
Just in my body feels like summer. Tastes like sweet and sour every time I talk you. If you ask, every night I feel like we lose. Everything you do is up to you. Yeah.